This right here is the all-new 2023 Ford Super Duty, and this one is equipped with a snowplow and actually a salt spreader in the back. And it's just showing what's possible, what additional equipment you can add to a brand new Super Duty. But how do you integrate it into the truck? Because the trucks are getting more advanced, more sophisticated, and the equipment like the snowplow and the salt spreader in the back are getting more sophisticated as well. So Ford has a solution, and I have Connor here from Ford. Hey, Connor.
Hey.
Good, nice to meet you, dude. And you're with Ford Pro, right?
Yeah, I'm the commercial truck brand manager in Ford Pro.
All right, dude. So you're introducing here at the Work Truck Show 2023
Yep.
a system you call Upfit Integration System.
The Ford Pro Upfit Integration System, or UIS.
All right. So do you want to jump in, for example, in this F-350 truck?
Yeah.
And this is a pickup.
Correct.
And let's just check it out. So tell me a little bit about this.
Yeah, so it's total integration between, like you were saying, the truck and any aftermarket equipment you want to put on that truck. So just like I would navigate to audio or phone or navigation in here, I go to my features page, which I'm on. I go to Upfit Controls, and we've already programmed in all these different features. So you can see we have all the different lighting on here. So if I'm plowing or, whatever I'm trying to, whatever that work is I'm trying to do, I can turn lights on, I can, get the left side going, the right side going, I can turn everything on with stadium lights. You can see we just lit up the whole area.
All right.
Whoop.
Do it again, yeah. And I'll show some flashing lights as well. But the whole point of this, right, is to make the job easier and also to integrate easier with the truck, right?
Yeah, it makes the integration easier because behind the glove box here, there's a hardware module that you can plug into, get the vehicle signals that you need, and then we have a software editor where you can take those signals and program in functionality, whether it's simple on-off with lights or whether you want to get more complicated and put in logic, if-then statements, things like that.
All right, so stadium lights, let me just show that. So those are like the A-pillars and on the side.
Yep.
Can you do the flashers?
Yeah, let me turn these off and put the flashers on.
Right there as well. But you can also do like more complicated things, right? Like actually moving the plow up and down if there is, actuators and it's kind of set up for that, right?
Yeah, so I'd love to turn this truck on right now, but we're indoors. But the way we've programmed it is when you're, finished plowing, the first thing you're going to do, you're going to take it out of drive and put it in reverse. And then we've programmed it in that when you do that, it lifts up the blade in front. And then when you put it back into drive, it sets it back down. So normally an operator would have to, fiddle around, raise the blade.
Well, they'll switch like this, right?
Exactly. They would be using this every time, you're plowing a huge parking lot that's, 100 times in a single job. Now it's all just programmed in, kind of set it and forget it.
But I mean, the plow has to have the actuation for that as well, right?
Correct.
Or the interface to do that.
Yeah, you would need a plow with a motor to raise and lower it. Yeah.
And and there's a standard, right? There's an industry standard that allows you to kind of communicate like that.
Correct. Yeah. So everything's in J1939 format. The other thing is we have the salt spreader on back, and that actually takes the variable speed of the vehicle. So how fast are you going? And then it either slings more salt or less salt, or it stops it. Let's say you're at a stoplight and you don't want the spreader going anymore. It's going to turn it off. When you start going again, it's going to speed back up, and that saves salt, so that saves costs for our customers. It's just simple solutions like that.
Sweet. And it's available on 23 Super Duty. Chassis cab is included and optional on the pickup.
Correct.
Basically.
Standard on chassis cab, optional on pickup, 23 model year, and moving forward.
All right, well, let's get out and I want to look at the salt spreader just a little bit. And so you're providing, like you said, you're providing the module that lives in the truck, right? It's on the dashboard somewhere, right?
Yep, behind the glove box.
So you're providing that. You're providing the upfitter or whoever is designing or programming this truck with an interface to do it, right?
Correct, yeah. Yeah, and so, you're taking what's known as a PWM signal, so pulse width modulation of vehicle speed. So that's a variable input, and then you're giving it a variable output to control the auger that's actually, spinning the salt slinger.
Yeah, and then, but it's all a graphical interface, kind of like an app, right?
Exactly. Yeah. No code or low code.
So you don't have to go to school.
It's all drag and drop. You don't need C++. It's straightforward, very user friendly.
All right, sweet. So let's look at the other truck and see, like, what other things are possible.
Okay.
And so, like, some of the other trucks, like, for example, the Ford Raptor has like 6 auxiliary switches, right?
Correct.
Where you could wire lights, a winch, or something like this.
Yeah.
This is a similar concept, right? But more flexible.
Yeah, so we still have what are known as the hard switches, but like you saw in that truck, we put the soft switches in the sync screen.
In the sync screen. Actually, maybe I'll go on the passenger's side.
Okay.
So now this is a Ford 550 chassis.
Correct. Yeah, this is our XL regular cab.
Let me jump in with you.
Wait
So
a
once
second
again-
here while it comes up.
So once again, we're indoors, so we're using just accessory mode, right?
Yeah.
So we're not using, the truck is not powered up
Correct.
right now.
So a little bit different configuration because this is the 8-inch screen. We were looking at the 12-inch on the Lariat.
So it's available, with the latest sync system, basically.
Yeah, on all trims. And so same idea here. You can see we've programmed in some slightly different functionality. I want to turn on the compressor, which is installed on the back. I can turn that on, get that going. Same thing with all the lighting here. And on this particular truck, it's got a crane on the back. And one of the features we programmed in is, if you want to use the crane, then the emergency parking brake needs to be set, or if the crane's already in operation and I try to take the parking brake out. So if I had, the crane going,
I can kind
right,
of hear
I
it.
tried to do it. I tried to take the parking brake off, but I got this warning message. So these are totally customizable. This one's pretty straightforward. E-brake not set, but depending on what the job is, or how you want to let your end user of the truck know, you can customize whatever that text is.
Or you can enable it automatically or not, or
Yep.
give a warning or not.
Exactly.
So it's just up to the upfitter or even the fleet manager, right?
Yeah. A
Oh.
lot of these fleet managers, they work directly with the upfitters, tell them, here's the specs I need, here's what I want the truck to do. So a lot of this is, the customers telling the upfitters, what they want, and it's us, providing that solution.
Very neat. I want to check out kind of the crane.
Okay. Right here, this is an electronic lock, and when I do it with the OEM key fob, you can see it's actuating.
So it's integrated
Yeah. So
using the same system.
Yep.
basically.
And so normally, there would be third-party accessory
fob.
that, would come with. So now it's totally integrated. So then I needed to turn that on, and then we can kind of get the rest of the stuff going.
Okay. I gotcha. Wow, that's bright. Well, and that's kind of the point of it, right? When you're working the job, you want the light.
Exactly.
And when you're not,
Yeah.
when you need to drive off, you need to turn them off.
Yeah. And so you
So-
could program in, hey, if I take this to drive, turn off all the working lights.
Yeah.
Or if you open that door, the light should kick on that side of the truck.
Yeah, it did.
So those are aftermarket lights. So it seems simple, but it's just all integrated within the truck.
Yeah, that's very neat. I mean, and of course, right now we're at the work truck show, so we're showing, this is a crane body, but it could be like a camping light, right?
Yeah.
It could be something else.
Yep.
Customizable, right?
Yeah, whatever. Yeah, any aftermarket stuff people are adding to their trucks, you can get this functionality to just build in this integration.
Well, Connor, thanks. I think we covered most of this, right? And it's available on 23s.
Correct.
So the next generation of the truck, right?
Correct. Yep. And shipping soon. And if you didn't order it on your truck, you're able to get it aftermarket from the dealer parts counter.
All right, I got it. Well, thanks, Connor.
Yeah.
I appreciate it.
Yeah. Thanks.